newest episode of This Dad Can Cook with my daddy.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris and welcome to our show. Today we have a very exciting episode. We're going to be making delicious fluffy pancakes. And as always, I have my greatest helper, Abigail, with me, and she's going to be helping me put together the recipe. And we have our cameraman and editor, Brian DeYoung from Brian Michael's World, who will be filming us today and also be editing our video and making sure it gets on YouTube. If you can, please at the bottom like and subscribe to Brian Michael's World.
Link in the description.
The link is in the description. And if you could please like and subscribe to This Dad Can Cook, we would appreciate it. So we have a really awesome episode for you today. We're going to be making pancakes, and pancakes for me is a little bit of an obsession. Can you tell? I have been working on my recipe now for a long time. Growing up at my house when I was a kid, every Sunday was pancake day, and my dad always made pancakes, and they were pancakes of legend. They were the size of your whole entire plate. Everyone in my family talked about them. They were called Uncle Buck's. If you remember the movie, John Candy has to flip the pancake with a shovel. Mine aren't quite so big and don't have the mystique around them, but I've been tinkering with my recipe for a long time, and I really hope you like it. So we're gonna get started, and Abby's gonna help me. The first thing we're gonna do is we're going to put together some of the liquid ingredients first, and we're gonna have them sitting. I sometimes use buttermilk for my pancakes, and I love buttermilk, and I think they come out really great, but I found actually a little hack to make your own buttermilk at home, where you take milk and you add vinegar. And after I started doing that in my recipe, what I realized is I like that better than the regular buttermilk. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 cups of whole milk, and we're going to pour them into our bowl. Abby, do you want to pour it in?
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. You got it? Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to do 1 more cup, and I'm just going to leave it just shy of another cup. Go ahead, Ab.
All right.
And then we're going to take our secret ingredient, which is vinegar, and we're going to add some vinegar to the milk. What that's going to do is it's actually going to kind of spoil the milk, and it's going to do some chemistry that I'm not really sure about, but it adds to an amazing pancake. It makes the texture great. Even when I'm using regular buttermilk, I still add a little bit of vinegar to the mix because it mixes with the baking powder and it actually creates a fluffier pancake. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Oh, again, you can do this one, babe. 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to my milk. Abby, why don't you give that a little bit of a stir?
Okay. But Daddy,
I know, I won't tell them the secret ingredient yet. We have secret ingredients, and then we have secret ingredients.
yes,
So-
and I made up the secret one.
So why don't you put that aside, and we'll let this sit, and we'll let that milk curdle a little bit with the vinegar.
And let it soak into
And that'll be ready for us in just a little bit. We're gonna come back over here, and we're gonna start to put together our dry ingredients. First thing we're gonna start with is 2 cups of regular all-purpose flour. I have to use a half a cup because a whole cup doesn't fit into my jar here. 1 scoop, Ab.
2 scoops, 3 scoops, 5 scoops.
2 scoops. 3 scoops.
Vanilla ice cream. That's kind of look like vanilla ice cream.
A little bit. And 1 more
It's
scoop. And
floury.
that equals 2 cups of flour. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of sugar. You can put that down, babe.
Okay. I'll just put it right there.
Okay. 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to add our leavening agents. We're going to use baking powder and baking soda. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Let's see if we can get all that.
Daddy, you
There we
said
go.
at your dad's pancakes.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. You used to get like falling off the plate.
Yep, Poppy's pancakes were huge. I'm gonna just pour some of this. Abby missed the bowl a little bit. They were huge. They would hang off the edge of the plate. And we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So that was 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and then we're gonna do 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt.
Oh, that's salt.
I'm making a mess today, babe.
I just don't like salt. Like I wouldn't
just
want
a little
it
bit
to
in
be
there.
sweet and ice cream. Well, you need to
Sweet.
put salt on the ice.
All
to
right,
make ice
you mix that
cream.
up, please. So we're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients together, and we're gonna get them kind of all mixed in so that when we add our wet ingredients, we can kind of just mix them loosely. When I'm making pancakes, I don't like to over stir the batter. If I do, it actually ruins the consistency. You almost want to leave a little bit of the lumps in there and just kind of mix it very lightly. I think that's good, Ab. Let's move back to our wet ingredients. We'll bring back in our milk that we added the 3 tablespoons of, or I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons of vinegar to. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of melted butter to our milk. We should make sure we have it all up. And we promise you, these are gonna be some of the best pancakes you maybe have ever eaten. I have tried pancakes everywhere. I've asked chefs in restaurants and places where I eat breakfast. I've looked online, I've watched YouTube videos, and this is what we've come up with as the best recipe, right, Ab? And my taste tester over here agrees that she likes them. All right, let's do 2 eggs.
Should I do the eggs or are you good?
Do you want to do an egg?
Okay.
Remember how I showed you real hard? Okay, now pull it apart. Perfect.
She's
Good job.
better than me.
Man, she's good. All right, we're gonna add to that. I like to add,
Vanilla extract.
nope, not vanilla. We like to add almond extract to our pancakes, and we think it adds a really great taste. So I add 1 tablespoon of almond extract.
Daddy, I saw on a video that they made, like on Butterbean, they made a pretty good looking pie.
Pretty good looking pie. I heard that butterbean can cook.
Butterbeans can cook.
All right, so we're gonna add secret ingredient. Shh.
Do not tell.
So we add a little bit of maple syrup to our liquid ingredients, and that is our secret ingredient.
Yeah, and I made that up.
And it adds an awesome flavor to your batter. So we're gonna take our whisk,
Can I?
and I think it's gonna be a little messy, so why don't you just let me get it going if it's okay.
Wait, that's red. It's like red in there.
Yeah, we have eggs, you have the butter, it's hardening in there. All right, we're gonna whisk all this together. Why don't you give that a little stir? Don't go nuts or else it's gonna go all over the place.
Like this?
Yep. Perfect. Put that in there. All right.
It's a little bit of wet in there.
And if you can pick that up, can you pick that whole thing up? Oh man, be careful. And then let's dump it in here. Watch your hand. Perfect. So we're gonna add the wet ingredients to the dry.
Well, have you ever tried adding the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients?
The wet, I don't know. Maybe we should next time add the dry to the wet instead of the wet to the dry. And then we're gonna stir this up. And like I said, we're not gonna over stir it. We're just gonna mix it together, leaving some lumps. Make sure it's all mixed in. You don't have to over mix it. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth.
It kind of looks like oatmeal.
Just wanna looks like oatmeal a little bit. Just wanna make sure that
Not the oats.
the ingredients are just fully mixed together. Ab, you wanna give it a little mix? And that's looking perfect. It has, like I said, a little bit of the lumps in it. I think that's perfect, babe. What we normally see is right away you'll start to see it bubbling. You'll start to see the baking powder, baking soda start to work in that. And it's gonna be ready to go. We're gonna get our griddle. We're gonna get it all ready. And when we come back, we're going to start to drop our pancakes and show you what the finished product looks like. And we're back and we've started to drop our pancakes, and I'm taking 1/4 cup spoonfuls and I'm dropping them on a 350-degree griddle. If you don't have a griddle, they can probably use a frying pan, Ab, right?
Okay.
Okay. But we take 1/4 cup. So although my dad made the monstrous Uncle Buck's, we don't do those. We do about 1/4 cup, and that makes for us the perfect size pancake for the kids. I drop them on the hot griddle. I take my measuring cup and I kind of smooth them out a little bit to make sure they're in a perfect circle. I drop 4 at a time, and they are going to come fluffy. I can smell that almond in them. They smell delicious.
Smells like
And
bacon.
we promise you this is going to be up there with maybe some of the best pancakes you've ever had. We stand by that, correct, Ab? We stand by our recipe?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching This Dad Can Cook. We're going to come back and show you our finished product. If you can, please like and subscribe to This Dad Can Cook and also to Brian Michael's World. The kids are really getting a kick out of our cooking show, and we appreciate you watching our episodes. Thanks so much, and we'll be back in a second and just show you our finish. We've had our pancakes on here for a little bit. They're looking like they're ready to flip. Come in, quick flip, perfectly brown on the other side. They're rising up great. They're going to be nice and fluffy and fat and airy and everything you really want in a great pancake. And we're back with our official taste tester, Abigail. Abby, let us know how those pancakes taste. Oh yeah, how's our recipe? Good?
Thanks for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. Enjoy your pancakes. Yum, 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 yum.